Josh Duggar's two sisters spoke out this week for the first time. Jessa and Jill Duggar telling Fox News their brother began inappropriately touching them before they were teenagers. They are standing by his side. Listen.
I do want to speak up in his defense against people who are calling him a child molester or a pedophile or a rapist, some people are saying. And I'm like, that is so overboard and a lie, really. I mean, people will get mad at me for saying that, but I'm like, I can say this, you know, I was one of the victims, so I can speak out and I can say this and set the record straight here. Like in Josh's case, he was a boy, young boy in puberty, and a little too curious about girls, and that got him into some trouble, and he made some bad choices, but really the extent of it was mild inappropriate touching on fully clothed victims.
Let's talk about it with former LA County prosecutor Loni Coombs and also psychiatrist and psychoanalyst Dr. Gail Saltz. Thank you both for being here, ladies. Loni, let me begin with you. What is your biggest takeaway from this? Hearing from the family, hearing from the daughters who are victims, standing by their brother's side.
Well, I think the biggest takeaway that they would like us to have is that this is very minimal interaction and that they've all put it behind them and that they now want everyone to focus on the great injustice here they feel, which is the disclosure of these police reports. And that is an area of discussion that I think is worthy of talking about because it seems like the law in that area is not real clear. Some people say the law says they shouldn't have disclosed these police reports. Some say the law says it was okay. But I think the focus should also still be on not minimizing the behavior that was done in this case.
Well, you bring up these documents. Look, he was a juvenile at the time. In Touch says they put forth a Freedom of Information request. That's why the police department, they say, released the records. An Arkansas official came out this week saying it looks like it was indeed illegal for them to be released. Where does the law fall on this, Loni?
Well, it's not clear, Poppy, and what's interesting is both police departments, because we have two different reports that were released by two different police departments, sought out legal counsel with their city attorneys, their state attorney general's opinions, and in the past, that's been held that it was okay to release juvenile records under the FOIA when the juvenile offender is an adult now and the names were redacted, which is what happened at these police reports. So they felt they were on legal basis to go ahead and disclose the reports. Now, there's the moral and ethical question of what does this do to the victims and their feeling of trust over the confidentiality of it. But as far as the legal part itself, there's still this argument, but the law enforcement people said, look, we have these legal opinions that say we're okay to disclose these.
Gail, you say very clearly this re-victimizes the victims, coming out, speaking these girls on national television.
Exactly. It puts the spotlight on them. It makes them rediscuss, re-examine, dredges it up for starters. But really, I think in addition, the big issue is it's a betrayal. It's another betrayal. You know, they were led to believe, as they should believe, that this would be kept under wraps. And then it was released, which is a betrayal of them. And of course, you know, it's taking their family through all of this upheaval. And I think that the problem is that for people who are being victimized, for children, for adults who are being victimized and feel that they want to be able to report what's going on, but are afraid, and this is part of what they're afraid of, this really prevents those people from coming forward.
I mean, what does this do to families in this country who are dealing with this right now and deciding, do we report our child for this? We want them to have help, but look what happened in this case. I mean, what is your advice, Gail, to families?
You know, look, I do feel that this goes on enough, and this is dangerous enough. This is really, I mean, look, in many cases, this can happen. It might start in a family. It might move outside of a family. Anyway, it's not okay to have happen, and it should be reported. It certainly should be reported at least to Child Protective Services so someone can come in and assess whether it's really safe to have the person who's perpetrating in the house. That's very important. But most important is that everybody is getting treatment, and that's both the perpetrator and the victims, and that they're getting the kind of treatment they need from someone who specializes in this area, from someone who's really qualified to do that. And I don't think that's been entirely clear in this case, whether that happened or not. And I think that, you know, the question becomes, confidentiality is really the cornerstone of treatment for psychiatric purposes. It's also the cornerstone for legal purposes. When people are going to report, we have to keep that in mind, or we really destroy the trust on which the system is built.
Loni, do you think that the family has a legal case here? They've talked about possibly bringing charges against the police department for releasing these records. Is there a case?
Right. You know, once again, because it's so unclear in this area of law, there's a lot of experts on the, Freedom of Information Act that will say, no, they don't have a legal basis. But what I think is the most important thing is that this discussion is being had. And if it is that unclear, the law needs to be changed. There needs to be a definitive opinion put out there that everyone can follow and say, this is when we don't disclose this, and this is when we do, so that victims and families can have some confidence in the system going on in the future.
Yeah, that's true. That is why there is a juvenile justice system, and some people are tried as juveniles and others are tried as adults. Ladies, thank you very much. Important discussion to have. Appreciate it. We'll be right back.